Well, hello everyone, this is John, and welcome back to Southern Exposure. Well guys, here we are, January 2023. This month is almost always gone. I think we're almost in our last week of this month. The time is really picking up. And here in South Louisiana, unlike some of my friends up to the north, we get a lot of warm weather here in January. So it just so happens today, it's going to get into the 70s. The sun is out. If you look at the windows around me, it's a beautiful day. And you know what? I said, I am going to cook something today. And I just happen to have a couple of baby back ribs in the freezer that I bought a couple of weeks ago. Threw them in the freezer. They were on sale. And I said, well, today's the day I'm cooking these ribs. So here they are. I've already got them pretty much prepped. I pulled the membrane off of the back of them. I've got them patted dry. And we're going to season these up and get them on this grill. But before we do that, I got to show you what we're using today. Now, in a lot of my videos, a lot of things that I use, I get rubs and stuff from all over the place. I try to buy as local as much as possible, but I'm not always able to. Plus, I want to try other people's products. I know a lot of you don't have time for that, or maybe that's not something you're interested in. It'd be a lot easier on you to do something that you could get your hands on easy. Well, what I have here today that we're going to do on this rib cook is pretty much local stuff that you can get anywhere. Most of it your neighborhood Walmart, right? Okay, so what I'm going to start with today, this is a new rub that I haven't tried before. And yeah, we're going to try it together on this video. How about that? This is a honey and garlic rub. It is from Fire and Smoke Society. This is a wonderful rub. I've seen a bunch of their products. I've used some of their other products. Now this one smells really good. Like I said, I haven't really tried it yet, but we're going to try it today. So this can be found at Walmart. So this will help you guys from having to go online and try to find all these other stuff that I use in other videos. Now, this one you might have to order, or you don't have to use it. You can buy another local brand. This is a garlic and herb seasoning. This one happens to be Zatarains. It's a local company here in Louisiana that we're going to use. Black pepper. Everybody's got black pepper, so that's easy to get. Honey. I buy local honey, and you guys, I know everybody has local honey that you can get your hands on, so you can do that. And we're going to use a binder today. We're going to use a mustard binder. And for those of you who have never used a binder, what this does, we coat the ribs with it, and then we put our seasoning on, and the binder, the mustard, will help hold the seasoning to it. And no, don't worry, as the ribs cook, the mustard will render off of it. You won't even taste it. You won't even know it's there. Another product I'm going to use today is going to be garlic butter. This one is garlic and chives. It's from Lewis Road Creameries. It's at my local grocery. Not every one of you will have this. If you've seen my other videos, y'all guys know I cook with this a lot because it's really, really that good. If you can get your hands on some of this, you will be very happy, I promise you. I'll leave, in the description, I'll leave links to everything I'm doing today, guys. So don't worry about that, of course. And then brown sugar. I just have mine in a container because I like to store it like this. Everybody's got brown sugar, right? Okay, so that's pretty much everything. I also have Worcestershire sauce that we're going to use. Okay, I'll show you how we're going to do that. You can get that locally. Now I want to talk to you about the barbecue sauce. Now, some of you use barbecue sauce on your ribs. Some of them like them dry. My family, we like them either way. This time I'm going to do barbecue sauce on them. And this is the favorite one that I use, that I've been using for a while. It's Meat Mitch's Naked Barbecue Womp Sauce. Really good stuff. Not real easy to get a hold of without ordering it. I have found it at Academy Sports. If y'all have an Academy Sports in your state, town, wherever, I have found it there. Matter of fact, this one came from there. But if you don't have this, right? If you're like, well, I can't find that, John. I need to do something else. Here's my second and third favorites. My second favorite is Head and Country or Head Country. Okay, this can be found at Walmart. This is where this came from. My third favorite, of course, everyone can get their hands on this. This is Stubbs Original Barbecue Sauce. Another good one. You're not going to go wrong with either one of these barbecue sauces. This one's my favorite. Head Country's the second. Stubbs is the third. Okay, so pretty much everything that I have in front of me, you guys can get your hands on without having to go order it and try to find it. You know, so I'm trying to make this as easy as I can for those of you who don't have time to go do all that and order the stuff online, you know, because I understand it is a pain sometimes, right? So everything I have here, you can pretty much buy at Walmart. And you know, back to the garlic butter, if you can't find this particular brand, there is garlic butter at Walmart or your local grocery. You can find it. It'll work just fine, okay? I just find stuff that I like and I get used to using it. You know how it is. You use what you like, right? So we have all this together, and pretty much all this, like I said, you can find. So let's get this stuff put down on these ribs, and I'm going to show you how we do it. So y'all ready? Let's go. Okay guys, we got our ribs sitting here, we got our seasoning here, and we've got our mustard binder sitting over here. I've got the ribs flipped over. This is the back side. This is how we're going to start. So I'm going to take my binder mustard and we're just going to put some on there, and we're just going to work it in. And any kind of mustard will work. You can also use just about any kind of stuff you'd like to use. If you would like to even use Worcestershire sauce as a binder, you could. It's not a big deal. You know, like I said, this just helps the seasoning adhere to the meat much better, hold on there. A lot of people don't do them. Sometimes I don't do it either. You know, it just depends on what you want to do. All right. So we've got that. You see our coat we've got on there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with our black pepper. Now I like to pat my seasoning in it each time I add it. So we've got our black pepper. We've got our garlic and herb seasoning. That's going to go on next. All right, and then we're coming with the honey garlic barbecue rub from Fire and Smoke, and we're going to put a nice little coat on here. Okay. All right, we're going to pat this in. I like to pat them in pretty good. All right. We're going to flip them over. Now this is how we're going to cook them. This is the side that's going to be up when we actually put them on the grill. So this way I don't have to turn them again. And we're just going to repeat what we did on the other side. We got our mustard binder. And we'll get that on there, get a little bit on the sides too. Okay. All right. And just like the other side, we're doing black pepper. Garlic and herb. Now I might put a little bit extra on this side, you know. Since how this is actually the meat side, I'll put a little bit extra at times. You don't have to, you can do this any way you like. All right, then we're going with the honey garlic barbecue rub. And a nice little coating on there. It's a pretty good chunk of meat. It may look like a lot of seasoning that I'm putting on here. It's really not. A big slabs of meat like this, they can handle a fair amount of seasoning on them. I'm just filling in any spots I think that need extra. All right, well there you are. I'm going to pat this in. All right, well there they are, guys. All right, so I'm going to let these sit for a while. Now I'm going to let these sit for about 30 minutes. And this will allow the meat to sweat a little bit from the seasoning that's on it. And it'll allow the seasoning to get in it a little bit better. So we're going to give this about 30 minutes. And at that, I'll go get the grill ready, get it fired up. We're going to be cooking today at 275 degrees. So we'll get these thrown on. I'll show you what that looks like in a few minutes. Now, you guys that are cooking these in an oven because you don't have a grill, you can absolutely do it. At this point, I would put them in foil. I would make a foil boat and lay them in that. Don't cover it up yet because you're going to want to cook them partially open and then to finish them closed, okay? And then you'll actually open it back up, then add your barbecue sauce and remove them out of the foil. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. The two methods are real close, doing it in the oven as, like the grill. Of course, with the grill, you're going to get the smoke flavor, right? You're really not going to get that in the oven, but you absolutely can cook them in the oven. So we're going to let these sit a minute, and I'll see you out at the grill. I'll show you what it looks like on the grill and the temperature setting, and we'll go from there, guys. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I got the ribs laid on the grill. Got the temperature set to 275 degrees. We're going to cook these until they're partially done. I'm going to probably get them up to around 160 degrees, maybe a little less. And then I'm going to wrap them in foil and I'll put them back on. I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit when it's time. But this is what they look like on the grill. This is our Pit Boss pellet grill. It's a Pro Series 1600 Elite. It's been doing a fine job for me. So we're going to shut the lid down, let these things get to cooking, and I'll check back with you in a minute. Okay guys, so we got the ribs off the grill, got them sitting over here, and now we're going to wrap them. Now I got the ribs up to about 150, 152 degrees, so they're not fully cooked yet, they're close. So at this point what we're going to do is wrap them. Now I'm going to show you how I'm doing the second part of this. So what we're going to do with these is we're going to add the rest of the seasoning to them that I use. And we're going to start with our brown sugar that I told you about earlier. So let me lower the camera a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle out some brown sugar onto the foil. You can use as little or as much as you want, just depends. Some of these cooks, you kind of have to do them a couple of times before you get the hang of it to get them how you exactly want. Okay, so we got the brown sugar down. Now remember the garlic butter I was telling you about? I've got 4 pats right here and they're pretty thick. So I'm going to place these on top of the brown sugar. And I'm using 4 for this one. Okay, and then I'm using, remember the honey I was telling you about? So now I'm going to do a little drizzle of honey. Not much, a little bit of drizzle of honey. All right, so we got that down. So now I'm going to take the ribs and I'm going to put the meat side down. Okay, here's the top side, here's the back side, and they look absolutely wonderful. Just not quite done yet. Okay, so we're going to put the meat side down on top of this. Okay, guys? We're going to take our Worcestershire sauce I was telling you about, and we're just going to dab a little bit on top, which is the back side. Just a little bit on top of that. Now this will cook into this. Some of it will roll off into there. The mixture of all the seasonings will give it some really nice flavor. So at this point, we're going to wrap it. Okay, like so. Okay, got it wrapped up nice and firm. The meat side is down, okay? So we're gonna take it back out to the grill and we're gonna leave it meat side down, and we're gonna leave them on there until they're finished, and we'll get it close to about 170 degrees before they're done. Maybe a little bit less, it just depends. It's not necessarily, it's more of a look thing than it is the temperature. As long as you're in that safe zone, you're fine. But this is how we're gonna put them back on the grill. I'm gonna do the other one up, and I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so the ribs got up to the proper temperature cooker of about 170 degrees. They are done. I'm going to glaze the top of them. So what I did is I opened up the foil and made a little boat out of both of them, and I flipped the ribs over. So now the meat side is up. So what I'm going to do now is put the barbecue sauce on them, and I'm going to let that glaze in a little bit. So I'm going to do that right now. Boy, these things smell delicious. I'm trying to do this while holding the camera, so I'm sorry about that. So we get a little sauce on them. There we go. Look at those things. Look at the color, man. Absolutely incredible. All right, we got to get the one in the back. Do this and hold the camera isn't fun, but we're getting it. These ribs just smell so good. I can't wait to get into this. Okay, I just about got it. Get the sides a little bit. Okay guys, so there they are. They are ready to go. I'm going to close the lid down, give them about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, and let that barbecue sauce glaze in, and then we're going to pull them off. So I'll see you guys back in the kitchen in just a minute. Well, okay guys, here they are. They're finally done, the moment we've all been waiting for. So just to finish up on the last part that I did, remember outside I flipped the meat side back up, and I basted them with the barbecue sauce, you know, with the Walt sauce, and I put the lid back down, gave them about 10 minutes, and let that barbecue sauce glaze in good, which it did. It's got that. These ribs have that little mahogany type color. They're just absolutely gorgeous. They smell wonderful, and so I've had them sitting here on the chop block for about 10 minutes, almost 15 minutes. That's about as long as I let these rest. Because you can't wait much longer, right? So there's only one thing left to do, and that's cut into these bad boys. So let's get it. Let's see what we got. And I'm just going to go right in the middle here. And I'm going to cut into one. If I can get between the bones, I might have to flip it over. Flip it over, you can see the bones a little better. You can see how to cut in between them. All right. There we go. Well, cut a little piece of bone. All right, guys, have a look at that. I'll get you up close where you can take a bite. Take a bite of that. What do you think? Juicy. Look at the juice. Oh my gosh, absolutely incredible. Smells wonderful. So they've got that brown sugar in it. You've got that garlic butter. You've got that little spat of Worcestershire sauce on the top that ran down the sides and joined it at the bottom while it cooked. Man, you got the rub. God, it's all so good. All right, guys, I got to try it. I can't wait any longer. Perfect bite. Oh man, absolutely incredible. Yeah, that's good. This came out just right. Now I cooked these for about 2 hours and 20 minutes is what these took. And of course the temperature is going to vary depending on how you cook them. You guys that are cooking this in the oven, you can do pretty much the same thing. If you watch the video back and you're cooking these in the oven, you just basically repeat what I did. When you get ready to put the sauce on them, just open them up, flip them over, put your sauce on them, leave them open, close the lid back, let that glaze in for give it about 10 minutes, and then pull them out, take them out of the foil, set them on your block, set them on the table, set them on something, and just let them rest. Give them about 10 to 15 minutes, and all those juices will redistribute out throughout the meat evenly, and it'll be absolutely incredible. My family is inside absolutely waiting to get their teeth into these, and you know what? So am I. So, hey guys, like I said, I'll leave links in the description to everything I did, so don't worry. And I'm hoping that you guys will try this, and if you do, please let me know. Give me your feedback. I need to hear your comments. Please like and share my videos. If you're watching this for the first time and you haven't subscribed, I really would appreciate you doing so. It means a lot to me and it helps my channel grow. So, all right guys, I've run my mouth enough. Time to go eat. This is John with Southern Exposure, and we'll see you on the next one.